Welcome everybody to Hunt's Fantasy Football 2009. I'm your host, Kevin Silva, along with
Billy Delaney, and on today's show we have the Busted Ravioli as always, Jimmy Holland, and the 2-minute warning.
This is the greatest vidcast on earth.
Week 2 was one of the most exciting fantasy weeks to date. Lots of top plays, we had to whittle them down to 6. Here they are.
The vidcast.
Top 6 plays
Of the week.
Play number 6, we have Andre Johnson doing the tip drill in the end zone, one of his 2 touchdowns on the day. A slow week 1 for Johnson, but you know he's the man. He got Sean Chase 29 points, 2 TDs, 149 yards, as Team Ramrod beats Billy and the Jills 148-73. AG is back, and so is Marcus Colston, returning to superstar form with the unbelievable catch in the end zone, one of his 2 on the day. He had 21 points, the top scorer on AG's team. I guess it isn't bad to own some New Orleans receivers after all, Pat, as Gustave Joe wins 117-80. Zach is feeling good about week 1, feeling good about his draft, and now feeling great about Frank Gore as he takes this one 80 yards to the house. An unbelievable game for Gore as he gets 42 points for Zach, 207 yards rushing, and 2 touchdowns. If Gore plays like this all year, look out, Zach is going to be unstoppable. As the Cobra Kai Dojo score 122 points as they crush the Rossiaholics, who can only muster up 86. Matt Castle lays this one up here to Dwayne Bowe in the end zone. He goes up, gets it, and gets down. An amazing catch by Dwayne Bowe, as Bowe on the day had 11 points, 56 yards receiving, and that touchdown right there. You gotta like the Evil Empire's receivers. They are stacked from top to bottom as they beat the Stat Rats 130-111. Week 1, Chris Johnson had 6 points. This week he was busting a move and getting 52 for Pachi. This was one of the more incredible games a running back has ever had in Hunt's Fantasy Football. 52 points, 197 yards rushing, 87 yards receiving, and 3 long touchdowns as the Fantasy Flunkies floor the Silver Medalists 143-106. An incredible win for the New York Giants on Sunday night, and it was thanks in large part to this catch by Mario Manningham. The catch was also the final nail in the coffin for Willie's Whalers as he falls to the Hebrew Hammers 136-103. Mario Manningham, undrafted, but he has the most points out of any wide receiver in Hunt's Fantasy Football.
Warning: the commentary provided in this segment in no way reflects the views of the vidcast.
Hey, jingity jing, the busted ravioli, jingity jing, the Italian fantasy honky, la 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 la.
Welcome everybody to the busted ravioli of the week. I am your host, Marco Corrado. And this week, let's see who I'm going to bust. Sean Chase. I just read your post, getting mad at me because I don't want to accept your trades, counteroffer, or reject them. I can do whatever I want. Just like Jimmy, I can do whatever I want in this league. All right? I don't care. I'll let that post sit till next Tuesday for week 4. It really doesn't matter to me. All right? First of all, I'll have to admit, your trades have been pretty decent compared to your older ones. Your older ones were a mess. It was almost as bad as Rossi's a kicker for Corey Dillon. I'm shit you not. That's really what it was. He offered me a kicker for Corey Dillon. I don't even want to get into that. But next, Jimmy, we have Jimmy and John on the boards. Oh my God, it was a bitch fest. 45 minutes of post. I had to read all of them. I had to, because I had to keep myself updated in this league. And every single one was blah, 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 blah. You're a bitch. Get your own team. I am the man. Blah, blah, blah. All right, and then, I mean, come on, guys. I know I got ridiculed for this last year, for not, me and Josh were having a conversation. Shouldn't have happened. Shouldn't have happened at all. But that's just a bitch fest. I want to see boxing gloves, kickball. I want it to be like Bloodsport, where he sticks his hand in the wax and then the other one in the glass, and they just go after it. That's what I want to see. Do it on the field. Fight each other on the field. All right, push them into the post that Jimmy almost hit last week. Just battle it out. I just want to see a battle. That's the real way to do it. Fuck the boards. Do it in person. Well, that's the Busted Ravioli of the week. I'll see you next week.
Okay, week 3 fantasy matchups, here we go. The first one we got is the Cobra Kai Dojo versus Billy and the Jills. In this one, you gotta like Jay Cutler to get back on track against Seattle, who is playing terrible this year. They are not a good team. Jay Cutler is gonna have some success this week, and Marco's going down. Next up, we have the Silver Medalists versus the Stat Rats. I pick AP every week for the Silver Medalists, it seems, but this week I'm going with a defense. The Baltimore Ravens versus Cleveland. Baltimore is going to put up some big-time points, and Jimmy is going down. Next up, you got me, Willie's Whalers versus the Commish, Jason Rossi. In this one, for myself, of course I'm going to pick myself, I like Darren Sproles. 2 20-point games in a row. This one, he's putting up 30 against Miami. Next, we got Team Ramrod versus the Hebrew Hammers. The Hebrew Hammers, sorry Josh, you're going to lose this week because Ryan Grant is going to be running all over St. Louis. St. Louis can't stop anybody. They're probably going to go 0-16. Next up, we got the Amsterdam Hoppers versus the Evil Empire. All I got to say is, boom! That's right, Brandon Jacobs is going to run all over Tampa Bay. Talk about another terrible team. Brandon Jacobs is going to bulldoze his way for at least 2 touchdowns in that one. Okay, the final matchup, we have the Fantasy Flunkies versus Gestop Joe. In this one, you gotta like MJD, going up against Houston. And last week, Pachi knows all about this. Chris Johnson ran all over Houston. This week, MJD is going for at least 3 touchdowns himself. That's it for week 3. See you next time.
Welcome back to Pat's Player Haters Ball. And the old man voice is here to stay for all those who are wondering. Hate. We'll start off today by hating on the Stat Rats and John Carlson. Matt Hasselback's got a broken rib, so he's probably not even playing this week. You think Seneca Wallace is going to be hitting him for the end zone for 2 touchdowns? I doubt it. Hate. Next, I'd like to go to the man who had a big week last week, Mr. Frank Gore in San Francisco. Now all those sissies and faggots in San Francisco aren't going to like his performance this week because he's got 2 fumbles and no touchdowns in 2 career games against Minnesota. And he's going to continue that streak this coming week. Hate. And just to show that there's no hating boundaries, I'm going to hate on my own team and Cedric Benson, because Cedric Benson's been the surprise of the league so far this year. But in 2 games against Pittsburgh, well, in his last game against Pittsburgh, he's only averaging 2.2 yards a carry, and that trend's going to continue again this week. Hate. And finally, my manager to hate on this week. It would be easy to hate on you, Jimmy, but I'm going to spare you until another week. This week, it's all on John, because I know that John's waiting for me to come back drunk one night and try to accept one of his dumb trades that he hasn't proposed to me yet, but he's just thinking about who he wants. Probably Calvin Johnson and Darren McFadden now they're on my team. But I got a message for you, John. I don't drink 5 days a week now that I'm not at college. I hang out with my girlfriend most of the week. My life sucks now, so you won't be able to get me to accept any stupid trades. That's all for this week. Hate on, haters. Hate.